We've often found this when we're travelling around Ireland.
Did you hear a horse?
There, yeah.
Oh, see, looking at me as if I've got two heads. I feel like a bit of a hypocrite today. I don't know.
It wouldn't be for me, but don't throw it. So what is it?
Right, it's 24 years old.
What is it?
It is a
All right, that's it now. Enough. I would imagine it's famine related. Out in the walls here a bit. Switch the bloody thing off. It won't cook on its own without any power.
Yeah,
Switch the bloody thing off. I wonder why it wasn't sizzling.
We're now back on the wilder Atlantic Way route. And if you like remote dramatic views, then in the next few episodes we will certainly show you this, as we explore the northwest part of Ireland. So please hit that subscribe button so you don't miss an episode. First though, we've seen a friary on Google Maps that looks really interesting. Oh my goodness. Okay.
It's just one city.
I'll just have to take a look at that. Gosh. Right, not a lot of parking, is there? As you can see, there's not much parking. That's it, that's your lot.
So this is Killydonnell Friary. It was founded in the early 16th century by the O'Donnells for the Franciscan friars. It was built on an older church site. In 1559, Calvar O'Connell and his wife were captured here and carried off into captivity by Shane O'Neill. So it's obviously got some history. Then in 1592, Neil O'Boyle, who was the Bishop of Rappo, I think that is, held a chapter here. The buildings and lands were granted at the plantation to Captain Basil Brooke. The site's still used by the locals for burials of local people as well, apparently. We've often found this when we're travelling around Ireland, that churches and friaries that are disused, no roof on, they'll often bury within the grounds of the building. Poor old Harry's battle scars.
And I've got to say that the new tyres made light of this hill.
We're tracking north following the Wild Atlantic Way. We're just looking for a place with a view for a spot of lunch.
pretty little place. We've just passed a motorhome, and all the time we've been here we've only seen 2 motorhomes and I'd say maybe a handful of camper vans. You sort of feel you get the place to yourself. We're going to have lunch now. I'm going to have my Maltesers and cream for lunch in toffee sauce. Don't know, I'm feeling so pleased with myself about it. I couldn't eat it last night. I feel like a bit of a hypocrite today because I've had rice cakes and low-fat filly. And now I'm going to eat that little baby. There you go. Do you want some?
No, I'm good, thank you. I'm very good. I'm going to behave myself.
After last night's disgraceful...
I don't even want to talk about the noodles.
Okay. For 4.
For 4?
I'm not sure I can do this.
Ooh, looks solid. Sweet.
It's very rich. Do you want some?
I will have a teaspoon just so I can
experience it.
I can comment on it.
There you go.
Oh, I like the look of the Malteser in it.
You love Maltesers.
I know.
I don't know.
It wouldn't be for me. But don't throw it.
So you'd eat it?
Only because I wouldn't want you to throw it.
Oh, that's really kind of you. Do you want some more?
No.
God, I'm officially out. I'm officially... You're going to have to finish that.
Okay.
You can use the same spoon. Bloody full of germs.
Things I have to do to endure.
I just don't know it needed the toffee.
It probably did to glue it together.
Okay.
So I think it probably does.
There's something in there that I know I ate 90% of it, but there's something in there that I'm not...
You've got the meringue for the texture alongside the Malteser, and the cream's the goo. It's just all a bit too sweet.
Mm.
I could not eat a whole tub of that.
No, I couldn't.
Well, you did well.
I ate 90%.
You ate 90% of that.
Yeah, I just said I couldn't eat a whole tub.
Is that because you can claim that I couldn't eat it all?
Yeah.
So what is it?
Right. It's 24 years old and was the most advanced vessels of its type in the world.
What is it?
It's a multifunctional vessel which can operate in difficult sea conditions, fitted with Class 1 dynamic positioning linked to the satellite-based navigation system DGPSS.
You still haven't told me what it is. You're like a politician.
The vessel's primary function is to place and service our 150 offshore buoys which warn mariners of the location of the sandbanks, reefs and other offshore hazards near shipping groups.
That's what it does. So it goes to buoys offshore, digital buoys that are like beacons to warn and guide ships.
It also has a helicopter platform for servicing offshore lighthouses and is available to assist state agency with search and rescue, emergency towing, oil pollution control, surveying and offshore data collection.
Okay. All right, we can ask now.
It is available.
All right, that's it now. Then enough. You don't got to know when to stop. Stop.
It's available for hire.
No, hire to do what?
I don't know. Just one of those things I've just mentioned. We've got litter and I couldn't open it. And it is litter. And he's like, what is wrong with you?
It's locked.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
So we just stopped for lunch at a place called Rathmullan, I think it's called, Pier. So my shower app says there were showers here, but there's a toilet block, but I can't see any showers. There are changing rooms there if you're a canoeist or something like that, but I can't see any showers, so I don't know. I wanted to come have a look at this. I saw online there was this looked a fantastic sculpture. I don't know what the story is behind it. The sculpture is life-size and it's made from bronze.
It depicts the flight of the Earls as they are about to leave Ireland. 3 Earls, along with nearly 100 followers, fled from Rathmullan to continental Europe. They left in fear of arrest and further retribution following their defeat in the 9 Years' War that took place between 1594 and 1603, and the subsequent loss of their traditional Gaelic power under English rule. Their departure marked the end of the Gaelic aristocracy in Ireland. Did you hear a horse?
There, yeah.
Oh, see, looking at me as if I've got 2 heads and there is actually a horse. That's not what I expected to hear. So obviously somebody's riding a horse.
I was going to go for a run. Where's the other one?
They do look like one of them
That
big.
little dog there. What's that little dog?
The size of that little dog.
No, this is like, I could put it in my hand.
He's just too sweet.
Look, a rat on a lead.
And indeed, there is his stablemate pulling a racing rig, and it must be a real treat for them to gallop on the sands and in the sea. And I would imagine it takes a lot of control and training to handle these rigs. And I guess maybe this is the warm down period like they do at a gym to protect their muscles. And we're soon on our way heading up the north coast to find a Parkup for the night.
The side of the road, it's obviously quiet road.
Okay.
So I think you'll say no to it and path line. We'll go to the beach one.
Okay. Is there much difference between the is it far to go from one Parkup?
Nothing starts, so just make it.
Well, that's true. I suppose. Parkup number 1 was rejected, so we keep on tracking west. But we're actually beginning to regret passing that first Parkup. some things are meant to be in life, and this was definitely one of them. Eventually finding for us a perfect corner of Ireland, and we're all on our own looking at what seemed to be our own private view.
So that was our second stop we looked at. The first, it looked a bit exposed and we were sort of overlooked by several houses. I didn't feel too comfortable, so we came out and we were out in the wilds here a bit. Weather's changed a bit today. I think it's going to rain tomorrow, didn't it say?
Oh.
Is it tomorrow? There's Harry over there, overlooking his own little beach. Some dramatic skies. Wind's picked up. I'll try and get a bit closer to the sea. We'll stay on the light grey stuff.
And with the tide coming in and the wind whipping up, it's time for tea. See, does it take it away from you when you're walking along the beach and it's so windy and cold?
No, I think that's the best time, especially if you're on your own.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it? I love it.
I think this location here, seeing Harry just perched on his own, to me that's, I don't know, a perfect picture for me, for Harry, in my opinion, because he gets us to these little places down these side roads. You could probably park 2 vans here, I wouldn't park any more.
We're like the proud parents, aren't we? When we look at him, we're both going, oh, look at Harry.
Probably just enjoy that more, possibly, than just full-on sun.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely, yeah.
So, yeah, and because I think it's more dramatic. I think the sea's more dramatic. I mean, the rocks over there, just clambering over the rocks for 20 minutes.
It's great, isn't it? Yeah, love it.
There's obviously some big waves out there breaking.
Yeah.
There must be something
You
out
wouldn't
there
want to go
that's
too
causing,
far near the edge of that.
No, you can see the darker
Yeah.
stone, the rocks.
Yeah.
It obviously comes over. It'd be interesting to see how it'll come right up the beach.
Yeah, it'll
tonight,
be
but,
interesting to see it at high tide tomorrow. It's good.
No, it's a perfect location for me.
Yeah, the wind wasn't actually that cold, was it?
Okay, so tonight we're going to have a free electric tea. We're going to be cooking off the Bluetti only, using the High-Trick cook pot I've used before. I've only used it a couple of times, but as we've got free power, we might as well try and do that. So we're just going to do a pasta chicken, really. So just frying the chicken up with onions, then add in the sauce and the pasta, and just let that cook away for 10-12 minutes. And that's it. So it's a 1-cook meal, a 1-pot meal rather. So that's on. So that's taking on the 1 setting. Looks like that's taking about 260 watts. Put some oil in. Let that fry up a bit, and then put the onions on. Sizzle away in a bit. It's a nice little pot, just about right for a meal for 2, really. Switch the bloody thing off. Yeah, it won't cook on its own without any power.
Yeah,
Switch the bloody thing off. I wonder why it wasn't sizzling. Just fancy some ribena. Right. It's cooking away quite nicely in there. It's browning.
We need a finger.
Whoa, nice. These are really good for these collapsible storage containers. But they're really good for the fridge, so when you open a pack of chicken, putting it in there, you know, it obviously reduces the chance of cross-contamination in the fridge. They're really good, and they're just the right size. Right, I'm going to cook down here. So gets really hot quickly. I'm impressed with it. It was Wizard in the Wild put us onto this. I have to say, it's we're not that hungry tonight. Just have a few pieces of chicken each. Just fry those off. And put some herbs on that. Quite useful little these connected tubs actually I found on the internet. They stack up nicely, but then flop around all over the place. Let that cook a bit. One of the things in Ireland is always keeping on top of the rubbish, so we're always cutting the waste up and that to make it as small as possible. It just helps when we're storing it in the van ready for when we go to the waste site. Put this in to fry off. It's really hot in the low setting. I'm not quite sure I'd ever cook in the high setting.
No, you probably don't need it.
Yeah, it's just using 254 watts on the lower setting, and that's cooking, to me, quite at a high temperature. Okay. I remember doing this when I was testing it. The pasta takes longer to do in here. It would have been better with fresh pasta, do you think?
Yeah, fresh pasta, or yeah.
Yeah, definitely, because it's taken a bit longer than it should do, so it's using a bit more power. But it's cooked. But I think it would have been easy with fresh pasta, curry in there with the easy cook rice laying on the top. It would have been done 5 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago. But we've probably used a bit more power. We've used 2 blocks. That's fine. That will all charge up tomorrow when I'm driving. It'll have to do. And I'm going to go make a cup of tea now. So we're going to have electric tea as well tonight. So it's all electric tonight. No LPG. And that's just starting. So that goes up to about this little kettle. It's been quite good, to be honest. I have bought a second one because you're never quite sure if they're going to last. So far it's lasted 2 trips now, really. Well, through the second trip at least. And it's quite good. It boils really fast, actually.
Yeah.
Right, let's dish up.
Yeah, considering you're only going to have a little bit.
I didn't put that. I pared back as well.
Have you? Do you need to weigh it?
I didn't put. I didn't.
No.
I don't. Well, yeah. I think it was just because we got all the stuff, the usual things.
Yeah.
No, it's 2 small dishes if you look at the size of the bowls. In fairness.
You're trying to kid yourself there, or?
You're the one who's had the Maltese overdue.
Oh, okay. Let's not talk about it.
It's not a big portion.
It must be. Stew's got a Teflon, man. Honestly, I can't believe you've actually found it hot.
That gets really. It's like, well, you know, those when you go and some tourists, you have that sizzle plate that comes out. Oh, that's nice, actually. Even though I've cooked it, I'd say that's a pretty damn good job. That bread is the great way to wash up. I'll go do the bowl as well after.
You've got my bowl as well, look. Look out for next week's episode, where we travel inland into a national park, although it's a day of 2 halves as we struggle unusually to find a Parkup. Don't forget, if you like what we create, then please help us by liking and subscribing, as it's free. And above all, drop us a comment, as we always love to hear from you.